How you doing, everybody? Nobody's here yet. Ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to do the ladies and gentlemen song for the first 10 minutes of the stream. So if you don't like singing, then go away. Boop. We'll just run back and forth here. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies. Ladies and gentlemen? Anyone? Hello? 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 Let's see what we got going on here. We got all this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start mowing because obviously this is the lineup here. Tonight we're going to take a look. Hey, Babs, did you get a notification? For frig's sake. Why do they do this to me? Not that it really matters anymore, but like, oh well. I'm just going to get started here because obviously Twitch isn't. Stupid Twitch. All right. Twitch isn't stupid, but annoying, yes. Stupid, no. What? Oh, I know I'm live. I'm just annoyed. So once again, its notifications still don't work. So tonight we're looking at the Vermeer Pack. As you can see, I've got this new handy-dandy Vermeer side mower. Disc bind, I suppose they call it. What, babe? I know. I know. Are you surprised? I probably will have no viewers. Because no one even bothered watching the video about the DLC when I said that I was going to be doing this. So... Do. Hey, what? What's that? She's the lighter colored one. She has the more pronounced spotting. It's a good thing I parked the semi truck right in front of where I'm working. Do you want to put a post on Facebook since obviously people aren't getting the message? And maybe also Discord? Or no? Yeah. Okay. Hi, party time. Your bum biter? I think I need to go on Facebook and tell people I'm streaming. What's going on, big tall man? Yeah, I'm still going to be... Hey, what's up, Rank? Welcome. I'm still going to be streaming whenever something comes out. I mean, you know, when I get a DLC from Giants or whatever, we'll still stream it. So I'm not going like away, never coming back to ever stream again. It's going to be few and far between for a while. Hey, Galdi, what's going on? So at 8:45 and again at 9:30, I'm going to be giving away copies of the Vermeer DLC. So I got 2 copies to give away, and I have had a person who donates to the channel to help do that. So anyway, until then, though, we're going to be looking at the Vermeer Pack, trying out the different equipment. I'll tell you what, I really like this mower, actually. I didn't, at first I'm like, it's kind of useless, but I can see this being a good mid-sized mower. The downside is it is pretty expensive, but if you got to make hay, hey, this is the way. What, babe? Oh, she's playing with the puppies. We're also going to make some straw using this mower. I know it's going to be weird for those of you who haven't seen it done before. I did it on one of my Swiss farm videos recently, where I mowed the crop, and that's what we're going to do with that crop over next door there. We're going to turn it into straw. So anyway, how's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys are doing well. I am doing well. The good news is my business has, in the last 2 weeks, we went from really not having any work at all to being pretty busy. Now, this week I don't have anything on the calendar, but I had a pretty large drone project for a house building company, and I had a website design for a client, an old client of mine. They had their website got hacked, and they wanted to redo their website, so I redid a website for them. I got to, and I think I told you guys about this towards the end of my streaming, I got to video a mattress factory in Lima, Ohio. That was really cool. So we've just been, and then of course weddings are still going, and I've had several homes to do also. So we've been pretty busy the last couple of weeks. That's great. I need that to continue. But it's made it so that I can pay some bills that I'm behind on and all that good stuff. So I'm happy there. Change directions here. But this came out, and I thought, well, this is a good, thanks, honey. I love you. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm glad. It's really good to have work and not have to DoorDash because of that. So trying to avoid DoorDashing as much as I possibly can, because obviously it wears your car out. But if I have to, I will. But I'd much rather be doing the work where I'm making a decent amount of money instead of like $10 an hour. So yeah, here we are. So we are going to play around with this for the next hour and a half, 2 hours, and get used to using the equipment. Put that back the other way. I do like this mower, though. I was going to say I've been using it now, and it mows pretty quick. Look at that. Like, it's real nice and clean the way it does it, too, because you can just follow the lines. And the only downside is I wish it had a windrow mode. That it does not do. So if you want windrowing with it, you're out of luck. But as far as mowing goes, it's not bad. Better not be getting choppy. So this DLC is pretty limited. It is cheap, though. So right now, like today, if you buy it, it's $6.99. Tomorrow it goes up to full price, which is $7.99. But I still think for the price, it's worth it. That's up to you, though. I mean, like, I get a lot of people. I've already had nobody on my channel say that they're super excited about this on the YouTube side of things, and 2 people commenting on how they'll be passing it because it doesn't really offer anything that's worthwhile. So what the DLC has, it's got this mower. It's got a pinwheel-style windrower. It has a bale feeder. We're going to look at all these things. Shredder, bale shredder for your cow. So you take straw and you can shred bales with it.
Which one's Tabitha?
Wait, turn around. This is Tabby.
Sure?
No. Great. The collars came off the puppies and they look the same. Uh-oh. Why is the stream going down? I've got 6. I mean, I'm having total green on my end. That's weird. It's Twitch, huh? I heard we got I haven't seen them yet. I heard that we did get some new class items. Those are just in the game, right? Let's take a look real quick at that. I want to see what they gave us. I don't know. We'll never know. Now we'll never know. You ruined it. Oh, that's cool. I liked Oregon Springs. That's a map that I never ended up playing. I think maybe I did for a couple episodes, but let's look at class here. What's new? Like I'm going to know. Well, it should be at the end, right? These all look familiar. Class. That's all. Maybe I didn't get it yet. I have. Don't forget. I have to reset my. Oh wait, this is new. Yeah, there's the newer. Okay, so there's a Xeron and a windrower. Oh, yeah, the liner. Yep, or liner. Liner. I don't know, liner, one of those things. So I'll show you real quick here while I've been talking about this. So I get sidetracked when I stream very easily. All right, so here's the pinwheel windrower. We're going to use all this equipment. That's what we're going to do. This is the bale shredder. So you get the nice thing. Somebody pointed out, and I didn't realize this. You dump one bale in here, and then you can put a second one on the forks, and they sit. These are forks to load it, so it's self-loading. So it's pretty cool. And so you put one bale in and shred it, and then the other bale can go load it on top to shred. The coolest piece of equipment, of course, is this Vermeer Self-Propelled Baler. And that, of course, is self-explanatory. The only thing it doesn't do is wrap. But this is going to be for people that are going to be, like, making a lot of bales. Like, I am kind of considering this for my Swiss farm. The only problem is I'm always making silage. So I still, to me, the one to wrap and bale at the same time is probably more valuable still. Last but not least, we have a Vermeer baler. Now, the interesting thing about these two is that they both now have counters. I think they have an overall counter, and then maybe how many of this type of bale that you've done. We'll have to look at that and see, but they're kind of cool. But we're definitely going to be putting all these things to use tonight. So, oh, he does. That's cool. Rank 29. What's up, Robin? How's it going? Yeah, I was going to say, with my new internet, we shouldn't be having any problems. It hitched here, though. BTM was saying he's having issues, too. Anyway, I do like the I do like Oregon Springs, so. Maybe it's time to start a new series. No, I still only have like 3 episodes for Elm Creek. I was going to make another one tonight after the stream's over. What's up, Siku Kubota? I'm sure if you like Siku and Kubota, you're probably really like the tractor that I'm running right now. Product placement. Valvo? What's Valvo? Because they're working on an update for Valvo trucks? I've never heard of that brand before. Try again. I know, you're typing on your phone. Fix it. Please tell me you know the right name and that you're just being silly. I'm always picking on BTM for his spelling. I'm a spelling Nazi. So once again, I like this mower because it is dual direction. However, I'm being lazy right now. All these disc binds do this. If you ever use the New Holland one that they give you, I think Farm Sim 19, it was a default mower. It also pivots back and forth. That's normal. Hey, what's up, Loki birds? Loki singular bird. Speaking of birds, I was out in my pool today mixing chemicals, and I run around the pool in circles like 5 times to get the water like in a circular motion, and then I pour the chemicals in because I haven't done chemicals in a while because I haven't been able to afford them. So I put pH and alkalinity increaser in there, and then a little bit of the chlorine generator makes the chlorine, but I put a little bit of chlorine in there. See, that didn't work. Dang it. What's up, B. Adam? It has been a while. So anyway, I was outside, and there was a pileated woodpecker, and he was doing that like weird noise they make. But I've talked about it on my channel before. If you guys know Woody the Woodpecker, that is a stupid chat buffer slow mode. I don't think it's in slow mode, is it? Hold on, let me check. Oh, it was. Thank you for letting me know. I must have pressed the button, or one of my dogs did. So, pipes and holes. The pipes and hoses DLC. I don't know, because I don't do slurry very often. Now, maybe I should, but I'm not a big slurry user. So we'll have to see. if I'm interested or not. It does look like it's going to be pretty cool, though. So that's right. Blame the dogs. I'm starting to get a lot of slurry on my Swiss farm, so I may be doing that because I will be buying a slurry tanker and all that stuff. So this is Elm Creek, and this is just the little farm that's up in the corner. And it usually comes all planted with grass. This is the River Rock Estate. And so if you look at the map on Elm Creek, here's the shop, so you know where we're at. Over here's the main farm, and I didn't buy that on this one. I just drove up from the shop to this farm here, and when you buy this, you get this strip of land. It's the same farm that Micah and I are using for our Cousins series. However, on the Cousins series, I've removed all this and rebuilt it, so it looks a little bit different because I wanted to do that. But this is just my demo farm. We're using I have a separate farm set up for demos. So thank you, Mr. Micah. And if you guys want to support me, even though I'm not streaming, you can always sub to this channel. And that does, if you have the Amazon Prime, that way you're not giving me money, but since you get the Amazon Prime for free, if you want to support the channel, you can always keep your sub current here because I still get paid. So, during this time where I'm not streaming a lot, you guys can do that. So, yes? Why? Bunch of cop cars? Oh. Must have been a car accident. Or a chase. Yikes. Yeah, I always run out of slurry, too. You got to have a lot of it backed up. Hey, Cameo, how's it going? Yeah, I always run out, too. I usually get about a half a field done. You got to have a lot of cows or pigs. I guess the pigs make good slurry. So if you want it, maybe that might be a reason to have pigs is to have slurry. That's awesome. Was it fun to drive? It seems like it'd be. Okay, so here's the question: Does it have steering wheel or is it sticks? Like you push the sticks forward like a zero turn? I have not played Way of the Hunter yet. I tried to get a free copy and did not. I got a bunch of paychecks coming in for work that I've done, and I may pick up a copy of it. It's kind of mid-price expensive, but it looks like fun. And I definitely want to cover it on the channel. I also heard, though, there was some issues with it not having certain things like there's no character map, so nobody knows what keys do what. And it's really kind of set up for right now for console. And so once it gets but it's getting updates that'll fix that. So I'm kind of waiting for that to happen, too, before I buy it. So we are doing well. Baby's going to be here soon. We have eight puppies that are, you guys know, probably from the previous streams. The puppies are doing well, and they're they're 5.5 weeks old now. Yeah, pigs, slurry. Pigs equal slurry. So it does have a steering wheel. That's awesome. Yeah, the story mode looks good. That's kind of one of the things that I'd like about that game. I mean, there's sort of a story in The Hunter, but not really. Okay, so now we're going to switch over, and now we're going to cut this straw, and we're going to use this. So it's been okay, Cameo, but the good news is I've been getting a lot of work through my company. So I've actually a ton of work, so it's good. So I'm happy. Yeah, when she's ready to come in, I'll let her in. So if you guys are interested in getting the Vermeer Pack, I'm giving away 2 copies tonight. Type in the word Vermeer. See how it's spelled on the back of my mower? Just type that into chat, and that'll enter you in. You only have to do it once. There's no need to spam because it keeps track of whoever's entered it. So if you guys are interested in winning the pack, go ahead and type in Vermeer, and at 8:45, I'll be doing the first giveaway. Oops, I picked the mower up, and now I'm running over crap. Hey, what's up, Banner? Well, welcome, my friend. There you go. And let's see. Did it enter you? I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I need to make sure that's working. So the key mirror is Vermeer, and I want to enable it. And it should have picked that up, but it didn't. So let's go. We're going to test this again. So hold on, everyone. Don't type yet. Let's see. Enable. Let's see if it went through. Hang on. It didn't add you guys yet, so I need to figure out. Let's see. Dashboard. Giveaways. Keyword. Vermeer. And all right, try again. I'm going to have my wife try it. Okay, you're entered. So go ahead. I want Loki Bird and Shadow, since you guys both entered. Go ahead and do it again. And I will not be giving it to my wife. We already I can buy her a copy, so she's not going to get it. So don't worry. I'll make sure that you guys win it. I will disqualify her. I shouldn't be mowing it from this side. There you go. Okay, Loki's in, Shadow Fox is in, Banner's in. There you go, guys. Screw you. Oh, honey, I love you. I love you too. Yeah, if you have the season pass, you'll get it. But you can also give it to a friend. So, I mean, if you end up winning it and you already have it because of the season pass, don't forget you can also give it to somebody else. So, that's awesome. Yeah, somebody near us has a Class 4 Harvester. Yep. Big tall man doesn't play. All right, I got to let the dogs in, guys. Just hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll buy you a copy. Come on, puppies. Come on. What are you eating, Bella? She said, "I'm pregnant." That makes you sure you should have it. Okay, there you go. They're in. There you go. So then once again, you only have to type it once and it will pick you up. So now you guys are, as you go in, we'll get all you in. Yeah. Oh, that's so funny, Banner. It has been a while since you've been here. Banner, she is very pregnant. She's due probably in the next week or two, to be honest with you. That's going to be fun. No more sleep for Artie. So if you guys haven't done this before, I believe this also works in Farm Sim 19. You can just mow your if you don't want to collect the wheat but you need straw, you can just mow it. So yes, this pack will be part of the season pass. That is correct. The only one so far that's not is the pipes and hoses. Hey, Kaleem, how's it going? People do tend to love their brands, don't they, Rank? Whether it be Ford or Chevy or John Deere or whatever the case, people love their brands. It's not pipes and hoses. Oh my gosh, that's the second and way worse wrong spelling, darling. Pipes and whoops. I don't think she meant to type that. But it is my wife, so you never know. Yep, I love the Kubota tractors too. Oh, that's cute, Shadow. Well, I'm glad to be here, and like I said, I will try. Like I said, as long as business keeps going well and I don't have to do DoorDash, it's like that, then I can, try to get some streams in here and there. So I'm really trying to make it so that I'm not gone forever, because that's definitely not the plan. But yeah, third party. I thought I was under the impression that they were doing straw harvest too, along with pipes and hoses, but they're not. So I was sad. Very sad. Hey, it's good to see you, Kaleem. It's been a while, man. Miss trucking with you. And farming. Let's So it's 8:30. And we're just getting into the nitty-gritty of the pack. So we've run the mower so far. We'll run everything, but West Texas, huh? I bet you if you're on PC, it may be out there on the modhub.us. But what's up, Gooseology? No, they're not including the straw harvest stuff. I was wrong about that. Imagine me being wrong about something. That sucks. Sorry, hon. So how are you guys all doing out there? Hopefully things are going well. I'm trying to think if anything else exciting happened. I still haven't gotten my truck. The guy called a couple weeks ago and was like, "Hey, it's almost like I've got the money in for it, and I'll be getting it out of Hawk. So hopefully it's done soon. But I don't know. Double check it, Babs, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah, like I said, the pumps and hoses thing is not super exciting to me because I don't do a lot of slurry, but I'll probably still get it and review it just because. And I don't know. Sometimes I still get that stuff free from Giants, but usually if it's a paid for DLC, I don't. Hey, what's up, Wolf? Well, I haven't been streaming, so there hasn't been a lot to catch or miss. But whenever something new comes out, or I want to try something new, like we will put a stream up. So I would say maybe two streams a month, maybe more. We'll have to see. Oh, that sucks. I hate when authors do that. It's disappointing. However, I am in the mood now to see a bunch of new maps. That's what I want. I have so far. What was it called? The British one, Calmsden, has been the only really new map that I've been excited about. Because it's really the only new map that's been out. I mean, maybe. We'll see. Well, like I said, we'll have to see how it goes. Oh, there you go. That's cool. Yeah, I get Wednesdays is usually my slow day, Shadow. That's when I'm kind of off. So Wednesday's kind of my day off. Yeah, there's some games I've been trying to finish, but I never will. And I started a new one. Ryan got me to Arkansas. That's cool. Ryan got me into he got me a free copy of, and it's free for everybody if you can find it. He sent me the link to it. But if you guys remember Chris Roberts, the guy that does Star Citizen, the last big game he made was Freelancer. And it was kind of like back then that he came up with the ideas that he's putting into Star Citizen. And he wanted to do that with that game, but he ran out of money. And back then the game, was different than it is now. And so, now he's got the money to hopefully get done what he was envisioning for that game. But I started playing it again last night. We found a hack version that has higher res graphics and a solo mode, so that it doesn't just have the story mode, but it's also got a solo mode in it. Now it's a legal copy. And I also own the game, so I can legally play it. But it ups the textures a lot. It's still archaic looking, but at some point I may stream that too, or do a video about it, because it really is the spiritual predecessor to Star Citizen. And a lot of the things that he wants to put into Star Citizen were things that were on that game. So, or ideas that he tried to implement in the game, but then they ran out of budget. Like when he ran out of budget, Microsoft took it over, and they kind of killed it. They had to, but they wanted to keep it within budget, so they cut a lot of the things out that he wanted. And so, anyway, it's kind of neat. The Discovery mod, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people that still do multiplayer with that. So I thought that was pretty cool to see that. So Oh, no. So you have days off, B. Adams, because you have COVID. Well, that's not fun. Arcade Paradise. Oh, my gosh. 166 hours into The Witcher. Oh, it's a good game, though. Oh, that's cool. The dairy. That's cool. 2,000 cattle. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I don't think it's coming out with it, Babs, which sucks. Okay, so now the next step that we're going to do is we're going to, unfortunately, I have to ted this grass. So we're going to do the tedding real quick here, and then we'll be almost giveaway time. So once again, if you've just come in and you want a chance to win one of the 2 copies that I'm giving away tonight, all you have to do is type in Vermeer into the chat. If you've typed it already, don't worry about typing it again. The program that I'm using keeps track of everything that you type. It's part of Nightbot, so it's watching the stream, and it's got already, looks like we've got about 25 people entered already, or 20 people entered already to get it. So Stone Creek looks good. I really like the look of that map. That's the one that's supposed to be in Illinois, right? But I'm busy playing on the Wisconsin, or not Wisconsin. Yeah, it's the Wisconsin map. What's the name of that map? Elk Creek. Elk Mountain. Elk Mountain, that's it. Elm Creek and Elk Mountain. Oh, that's so funny. An underground arcade. Oh, so that's going to take a while. Yeah, if they're having trouble with it. A new run in Medieval Dynasty. Now, I have that game. I've never played it. I'm sure the baby's going to keep us awake at night. That'll be fun. Babies. They're cute. I'm going to have a wife that's going to be always in bed because the baby will be keeping her up all night. And me. Babbies. It's on PS5? Okay. So if it's on PS5, then it'll be on the PC too. Yeah, the puppies, but we've been able to sleep pretty quickly. But with babies too, it seems like babies are like my experience, because I've had 6 kids, and this is number 9 because I have 2 by adoption, so we have 9 altogether. But I've had 6 babies. Mark was the only one. My first baby was the only one that didn't keep us up, or did keep us up all night. He had colic, and he would just cry all the time. 24/7 the kid was crying. It was really it was a nightmare. It really was. I love Mark to death. He's a great kid, but man, that was just woof. There you go, rank 29. That'd be fun. But all the other babies, from Ryan all the way down to John, were really good sleepers. Like within a week, they were sleeping through the night. They would wake up like maybe about 5 o'clock in the morning to eat, and then they would go back to sleep. So we'll get some water then, babe. This is what she does. I start streaming, and so she goes up into the bathroom and is like, I'm thirsty. You are being ignored because you do this every time. Instead of just taking a glass of water up with you when you go, she goes upstairs, and then she's like, Arthur, bring me water. And I'm like, why didn't you just take a cup of water up with you when you went? So no. Just like Emily, you need to learn a lesson. I'm not bringing you anything. If you want it, you got to come get it. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm midstream. Okay, I'll bring you water up after I do the first giveaway. At 8:50, I'll bring you water up. You can wait 5 more minutes. 7 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Your leg hurts. Yes, I know. So yeah, that's right, exactly. That's as soon as they get hungry, they wake up. But that's as long as they go back to sleep when you once you feed them, that makes life a lot easier. And that's all my other babies did that, but Mark, everybody but Mark. Mark was different. Sounds like me. I mean, I only cry a little bit when I'm hungry. I know. And I sleep through hungriness, too. I'm not... I do wake up hungry, though. I'm like, I need to eat. Have some granola snack bars left around. Hey, Coon Man Show. Welcome to the channel. You'll still be playing The Sims 4. I love that game. I can't wait till Sims 5. I do wake up hungry. Sometimes, usually what will happen, though, is I'll go to bed, and I'll be hungry as I go to bed. And so, why is Elka John California calling me? Hang on for a second, guys. I'll be right back. Hello? Hello? This is he. Oh, hey, yeah, I'll be making a payment tonight. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. Just so I can notate the account, I am required to say this is an attempt to collect on a debt. Any information obtained will be used for purpose of called mine.
Oh my goodness, I'm 2 days late, guys. I will take care of it tonight. Thank you. Have a good night. I have a little $300 credit card, and I missed the payment, which is not a big deal. I just have to pay the late fee. I'm 2 days late on the payment, and they're already calling me. Like, guys, seriously. There's, they have an expensive late fee though, which sucks. Like I wish I would have paid it on time. I didn't have the money the day that it was due, so it's like, what does it matter now? I've already had to make the payment, so. It's like, shit, guys, it's a $28 payment, and they put a $25 late fee. Just like, ugh. Don't ever get involved in credit cards if you can avoid it. I use it for business, but this time it didn't work out, and I happened to be late on the payment. So it's just like, oh my gosh. Ridiculous. But it's like, you don't have to call. Like, look, guys, it's $28. You don't have to freaking call me. Like, this is an attempt to collect debt. Okay, dude, $28. Right, exactly. This is an attempt. I'm like, look, I don't care what it is. Just like, listen, I'll pay you guys tonight. Like I just told you. Like, and I will. I got paid today, so I'm gonna put the money on the credit card tonight. But let's see. One of your friends really loves The Sims 4. They don't get enough machine to run. Oh wow. Oh. That's so funny, Red. Like, here, move over. I need to play. Yeah, The Sims 4. Have you played? You haven't played it in a while, have you, honey? She hasn't played it in a while. But 5, I'm excited about because from what they're saying, at least what they were talking about a couple months ago, was that 5 is going to have a multiplayer, and that will make it a lot more fun. So. I know, right? Like, guys, come on. It's a $28 bill. Like, seriously. Yeah, I think Train Sim is the only product that has them beat an expensive DLC. Speaking of which, I will not be covering Train Sim 3 unless I get a free copy. I refuse. I'm a little. ticked off that they made a new version. I mean, honestly, it's been several years, so I shouldn't be that upset about it. I know they have to make their money. But how about this? Make good DLCs that people buy, and you won't have to keep updating a version. They basically added like a new lighting effect so that you can see lightning, and then the weather changes, and then they're charging $40 for that. But then they charge $30 for their DLCs. So it's like, well, just make more DLCs. You don't need to charge us the money for the lighting. I don't know. Maybe I'm silly about that, but yeah, that's the only credit card I have. And yeah, they are. I just told you, I'll make the payment tonight. Leave me alone. Speaking of Mafia, I am trying for, I saw a game, and it's on sale on Epic for like $6. So I will buy it from them, but what's up, Leviathan? And I'm going to cover it. It's a game called Father's Life, I think it's called. And you have to choose, like, you owe money to the Mafia, and you have to choose how you're going to pay it back. You can either do crime to pay it back, and it's supposedly a pretty short game, like 2 to 4 hours. But you can play it two or three different ways to get the money back for the Mafia. Either way has, like, negative impacts. So oh my gosh, that's hilarious, Red Alpha. And Big Tall Man. Yeah, I agree with the forums. I don't usually, I'm okay with companies doing that stuff, but it's like there's no reason to like or give us a lot more features that make it worth, like when you get a new version of Farm Sim, a lot of people say, well, it's the same, but it's not. They always give you a lot for your money. But what's up, King Pitt? All right, it's 8:47. I missed my mark. So for those of you that are here to win a free copy of the Vermeer DLC, we're getting ready to do that right now. I just need you guys to, oh my gosh. The page went back to the main page. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. This is making me frustrated. I need everybody that wants a copy, including if you already typed it in, do it again. Because the site went back a page. For some reason, it jumped back the page, and so now I've lost everyone. So type in chat the word Vermeer, Vermeer. If you want a chance to win a copy of this DLC that we're playing tonight, I need you to type in the word Vermeer. If you've typed it once, I apologize. I'm going to need you to type it again because the website, for whatever reason, for some weird reason, it went back a page. So I lost all the entries. So I need you guys to enter again. Once again, so type in Vermeer. Right, total MSC life moment, right? Yeah, Electronic Arts pretty bad at it, so. You're late for truck, not the other. Yep, and so I've got, all right, so I'm going to get ready. Don't forget, so once again, last call. If you want a copy of the game or the DLC, we're going to give away our first copy in a couple seconds here. So make sure if you haven't typed the word Vermeer that you type it. And if you have typed it earlier, it got erased. So I need you to type it again. So here we go. I'll give it another 60 seconds or so, and then we'll go ahead and I'll pull the lever to make it happen. Once again, we're giving away the Vermeer Pack. And we're going to do it again about 9:40, 9:45. We'll do the last copy. Honey, you can't enter into it. I'm not giving you a copy. I'll buy you a copy. You said the net isn't getting potholes. Yes. Moni. My wife, of course, is the one misbehaving. All right, so. I know she really wants a drink. I'll get her water after I pull the handle. So we're gonna stop, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the handle here. So hold on 1 second. Big tall man's eligible. Yep. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Boop. And the winner is Silencer. Following since 11/17/2018, Silencer just won. You said no way. All right, Silencer. So I am going to. He said I knew lurking all this time was worth it. Congratulations. We'll be giving one more copy away. Silencer, I'm going to whisper you right now. So give me a second here to figure out how to do that. I need to click on your name and whisper. And in that whisper, I'm going to post your code. Why isn't it bringing up the whisper? Whisper. Hold on. Let's see, so we're going to do Silencer. And that is 021. There you are. And I'm going to test it. So, Silencer, I'm going to whisper you right now and say, did you get this message? And I want you to respond to it in the whisper. And then I will send the code over for the winning thing. And make sure you write. Okay, there you go. You got it. Make sure you write it down, because obviously, now I'll have a copy of it if you do end up using it. But try to write it down or copy and paste it. So that you have it for eternity. We'll be giving away another copy in about 45 minutes or so, Gwen. We are giving away a copy of the DLC. So here's the Vermeer Pack. And there is your code. I'm going to copy and paste this to you. There you go. And this is your copy. This is the link. Now, I don't know if they'll let you download it yet. It may not be until tomorrow that they let you download, but that is the link. So there you go. All right, so now, as promised, I have to give my wife a drink. So I am going to take a break for just a second, and I am going to be right back, folks. So just hold on a minute, and we'll continue our harvest and baling and all that good stuff as we put the Vermeer Pack to... there's a puppy loose! Great. I'll be back. I need to put the Arthur will be right back up screen. Be right back. Okay, I'll be back, folks. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I had to get my wife water. You know how it is. She's always thirsty. I know. She has... Oops, I forgot to lower this. She has got a lot of personality, does she not? So far we've seen the mower at work. The baler is the only thing that doesn't really do much different. Yeah, it depends on how much equipment you have loaded too. But yeah, whenever they do an update, there's some shader jerking going on. It'll get better. Poorly programmed maps have it too, so. All the mods. My wife. She is loaded with personality, is she not? Meow. Big tall man's like, fine. Look out, world. Glad to hear it, Silencer. Awesome. Okay, I didn't know if it, are you guys able to play with the DLC yet? I didn't know if it was available yet to download. I know it's supposed to be out on the 23rd, so that's tomorrow. But I know for a lot of people, sometimes it just they seem to allow you to use it a day ahead. So she has not had the baby yet, King Pitt. Very soon. Very, very soon. Yeah, you got your stay too? Okay, there you go. My wife. We've got more to release too. I've got two episodes done, and we've recorded 2 more, maybe 3 more. I have to look at how long it is. We have to edit though. I still have to edit those, and I haven't done any editing for a couple days. So, all right, cool. Well, congratulations, Silencer. Backroads County. Is that a map? Is that a new map? It tells you what I think of it. I haven't even seen it yet. Not a bad thing. I probably would like it. So this is just the standard Elm Creek map, Hillbilly. I'm back on the back farm here where they have the sheep set up. Empty pellet and barrel mod. I have not. How do you mean rank 21? Okay, 2 to 4. Okay. Oh, it's a new map. Okay. I haven't tried it yet. I'll have to check it out. Is it a USA style map? You know, it's cool. I don't know if you guys have seen the track. If you guys have been following the Cousins series, in the last episode, Micah bought a new tractor, which was that old case. And I was driving down some back roads the other day, and I actually saw that exact tractor. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the tractor right there. I thought that was so cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's Mr. Micah's case tractor. Our farms in Ohio, at least in this part of Ohio, they all use really old tractors. Not a lot of people have new tractors. You already have a biogas plant. That's so funny. Let's see. Use the forage harvester header. Oh, right. Yeah, the pickup header. Yep. Interesting. Yeah, it's probably kind of like the one I'm doing, where it's hard to get enough food off. Mr. Micah's doing well. He was on a little bit earlier, I think. He resubscribed. But we've been recording together. If you check out YouTube, we've got a lot of videos we put up together. Woo! It's usually more YouTube. I try to mostly keep my content like kid friendly. There's a lot of young people that watch my channel, so I try to keep it clean. Yeah, they updated some. They added a lot of free equipment with the update. Not this stuff though, but other stuff. Yeah, you have the option of having more ads. True. That is true, Hillbilly. Oh, that's fine, Cameo. It is what it is. We love having you guys, but real life comes first, as always. Fictional USA/Canada map. Cool. You'll have to check it out. I honestly don't mind the fictional maps because sometimes the realistic maps are just... like the fields are too big. The farms are too big to start with. Whereas like this map, like Elm Creek I like because it's pretty well balanced. You have a nice range of small and large and medium-sized fields, and so it allows you to grow into the map. My wife is wild. And cute. Yeah, Lone Oak, oh my gosh. I ran a farm on there for a long time off camera. I had a cow farm that I was running on Lone Oak for several years. Yeah, what other updates did they do? They had two class items, and I'm trying to remember what the third thing was. Oh, the grape harvester. The grape harvester. Huron County. Now, is that supposed to be Huron County, Ohio, Red Alpha? I saw Maypole came out. Did we play on that, Moni? You were playing on it, weren't you? Like 2 NPR? Maybe 1. Maybe tonight. She's getting really close. 200 hours, man, on a single farm. I don't know. That could happen to me, though. I'm going to be doing the next Elk Mountain episode, hopefully tonight. If not, I'll be working on it tomorrow. Which one, Robud? Or Rob? I called you Robud. Like robot. Which map do you miss, Rob? I can do that, Loki Bird. I actually have somewhere a French farm. It might be on my laptop. I'd have to transfer it. But I have a French farm somewhere that I started that I really like. We could do that. I need to do more tutorials. Bucks County was a great map. We had a lot of fun on that one. Yeah, Forks maps are big enough for me, too. Maybe that's what. Maybe I was thinking the grape picker came out today. It's coming soon. Yeah, the orange one. So, no, I don't think I've done a grape tutorial yet. Well, with the year system that they've put into Farm Sim, you are correct, Quinn. It is a lot harder now to make money in Farm Sim than it ever was because you're no longer getting paid every 3 days. You have to go through pretty much a full year before you make any money. And that's difficult because you want to get all this equipment and stuff, so. Aw, thanks, Loki. Well, I have a lot of fun making the tutorials. I don't know why I haven't made them recently. I should probably make. They get my most views, so it's like it helps me to do the tutorials because I make views on it. So I don't know why I ran this way. That was stupid. For right now, I'm still going to be on when I can Leviathan. Because it all depends on work. If I don't have work, I have to DoorDash. So it's like, and that happens during the hours that I'm supposed to be streaming. So, because really the most money is made in the evening on DoorDash. So, oh, glad to hear it, Banner. That's awesome. Mercer County, I'll have to try that one too. Yeah, some of those big maps, that's the problem. It's just the bigger the map, too, the longer it takes to make money. Yeah, it is harder to make money. Now, I've been enjoying my Swiss farm. Oh, that's cool, Rank. Okay. It is hard to get paid, though. Yeah, but I would like to start. I'm definitely not leaving forever. We just need to get our business up and working first. That has to come first so that we can then enjoy life and stream. That is true. Yeah, FS22 took a while to get to the place to where it is, for sure. They did not release it like totally done. Yeah, and the pallet forks are still were still really sticky. They still are a little bit, but they're better. Ah, Mercer County is for 19, okay. There, sure thing, Red Alpha. Yeah, it's rough. You know, the thing I don't like about the whole thing with DoorDash is unless you're on when it's really busy, it's hard to make money. Because, like, they you go on their site and they're like, oh, yeah, people make like $20 to $30 an hour. I'm like, really? I don't know what cities they're in, but they're doing better than we are because it's like I worked for, I think, the last time I did it, I worked for like 5 hours and I made $50. So it's like $10 an hour. And that doesn't take into account the amount of money that you spend on gas, which is probably $5 to $10 in gas, and the wear and tear on your car. So it's kind of like, yeah, nowhere near $22 or $23 an hour. It's not anywhere close to that. However, if I were to work from like 2 o'clock in the morning until maybe like 5 in the city, I could make that kind of money because they give you almost triple what you would make regularly if you do those shifts. But I don't want to work in bad neighborhoods at night. You know, I mean, it's like that's the trade-off is that you got to go into the like pretty scary neighborhoods and, you know, risk your life to deliver this food. And it's, I don't know. It's a hard thing. We don't have, like, the places that get the most, like, pay are always the most dangerous places, so. No, they're going to keep making, it seems like they make every 2 to 3 years they make a new copy, so. True that, Cameo. Yeah, I would think. I don't know. What you said, King Pit. Yeah. Start OnlyFans. No one would come to that channel. Start an OnlyFans. Yeah, I'm almost to the point with the. I want to load my own pallets because you make so much more money, but using the pallet forks is difficult. So I almost feel like you'd be better off using. You'd be better off doing the strong mod and just lifting them by hand. We're almost done with the windrowing. Babs, get your butt down here and clean up that dog doo-doo. Now that you've finished your water. She won't do it. So anyway, I think this DLC is cool, but I don't know. I mean, for everybody's got to look at it differently. Yeah, auto load trailer. Oh, that's the other way around it. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start putting the big baler to use because we're starting to get late here. I need to be done probably about 9:35, 9:40. So I want to get the exciting part of this DLC into use before we do our final giveaway at 9:40. Oh, that's cool. Wait, real quick before we get out in the field with the baler, I want to show you how this thing works so you guys can see that. This is the Bale Shredder. Goldcrest Valley. Well, if you're a player on Farm Sim 17 on the Switch, that's the only one that you're able to use. So they have Goldcrest and what's the Russian one? Sosnovka. Those are the two maps you get on the Switch, and that is it. No mods, no nothing. Because the Switch doesn't do mods, so. So this thing self-loads, which is cool. You don't have to use a forklift to get the bales to load in. There's the first one, and then you can see you can do this. Oops, wrong way. I didn't quite get that right, and it's a little bit hard to use. Once again, these short couple trailers really turn on a dime. So when you're trying to back over these things and pick them up, it's not really that easy. And you don't want it to turn. There we go. We got this one. Shoes and socks. So that worked great. Knock it over. Come on. Boom. There we go. Okay, pull forward. Try again. Patience level must be high. Okay, there we go. Aha. There you go. Now we got two bales on. Actually, can we put that in there? Oh, yeah. Look at that. So then we can take it down, and you're gonna blow it onto the cows. But honestly, the cows are right now. My cows. This pen doesn't take it, so there you go. Make it look so easy. Yeah, that looked easy. All right, so there's that. So let's go ahead and grab the final cool piece of equipment. Once again, I'm not gonna demo the regular baler because you guys have all seen balers. I mean it's a baler. But we're gonna demo the self-propelled baler, which I think is cool, and I would love to use on one of my farms. So. And like somebody pointed out, people usually they buy a tractor for baling, so it's $200,000, but you don't have to buy a tractor. So I'm going to back this up. Once again, this tank turns, so if you press left on the controller, it just turns. I'm not giving it any gas. I'm just using the controller to turn it. So it does what I call a tank turn. The only problem is you can't really tell when it's lowered. There, it's lowered. And we're going to pick up the bales. Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, I can imagine it being difficult even in real life. All right, so we have our much-needed straw, even though the cows can't use it. And I have it set to the big bales, so it's going to take a little while for it to fill up. And I have found that it is easier to run this thing from the inside than the outside, because then you can keep the pointer right on the center line of the material. Yeah, my skills have definitely gotten better with hand loading because I've been practicing. So then, this is the cool part. You can tank turn it and back up. And you can set it on the edge of the field if you want. You can set it somewhere where it won't roll. Ta-da! And it's nice too, because even with these, windrow lines, if they're pretty tight, you can turn this thing on a dime and get right turned around without having to try to turn the tractor and the bale. So this thing works well, especially really where this thing's going to do a lot of good work is going to be on farms that are very hilly. So yeah, exactly what the modders are going to do with it. So I think that it's a pretty cool device, and if you have a very hilly farm, this is going to work well. What's up, Louie? Louie, you pulled an IROC. The one night I'm streaming. I'll be on for another 20 minutes. So at the end of the 20 minutes, we're going to do another giveaway, so be ready for that. I have one copy left to give away, and I shall whisper it to you, so make sure you stay on, and I'll whisper you the code and the link. Make sure you keep a copy of your code. If you ever have to uninstall FarmSim and reinstall it somewhere else, you'll have it. Ooh, you were tree cutting. Look at these big bales. The DLC is $6.99 today. If you buy it tomorrow, it goes up to $7.99. They're giving a pre-release price. So. Wrong button. There we go. So not too bad. Unfortunately, yes, it is. That's a good question. It is a PC-only code purchased through their website. I don't believe it works for Xbox or PlayStation. You have to purchase those through the console thing. So. Oh, did you hit a nail or something, Louie? I did that one time. I was chainsawing a tree and a fence had grown through it. They gave us the wood for free. Like, oh, cool, free wood. Well, it had fence all through it, and so I totally ruined my blade by doing it because I was like, I'm like, oh man, and it just literally ruined the blades in one pass. Yeah, I think they fairly priced this because there is not a lot to it. So at $7 or $8, it's not bad. This piece alone is worth it. Okay, I'll try it. What's up, Loud Rocker 007? And CTJ, how's it going? Good to see you guys. What's up, Instant Mo? Well, back for tonight. Whenever something special comes out, we'll cover it for sure. And, you know, like I said, I may come back and stream here and there, so just be ready for it. I'll try to announce it on YouTube first, like in a video, like, hey, I'll be doing, like tonight I announced it on the demo video of this. What's up, the Meister? Good to see ya. Man, a lot of you guys all came on at once. Look at that. Oh, there you go. That'd be cool. A forage harvester. I've got an angry rabbit. She's thumping. I don't know if you guys hear that in the background. I think. Hold on, let me look. I don't know. See, I don't. That's a good question, Hillbilly. I don't do a lot of slurry, so I definitely will be trying it on my channel. And yes, Gwen, I am absolutely still doing YouTube. So I know. No, that's awesome, GJ. Vacation relaxing. Let's see, a joystick. So when you say joystick rank, are you talking like a steering wheel? Or are you talking like an actual joystick? I love it so far, Loud Rocker. I really like this. This device is the cool. I mean, the other stuff, the mower is cool. The other stuff we have in game. And so, yes, that is correct, CTJ. This is part of the new Vermeer DLC. It comes out. Well, it's out already, I think. The actual release date is tomorrow, but it's out. So I would recommend. And I don't know if M. Patrick is still on, but he found a Logitech joystick that's a good one. That's on sale right now for half off. If you can get it this week, it's like $40 instead of $80. But I always recommend Logitech for the joysticks and or Microsoft if you can find them. I don't think Microsoft really makes them anymore though, but Logitech still does. And why I recommend those specific brands, Thrustmaster can be good, but they can also be spotty. I have some worked with some Thrustmaster stuff that's excellent, but then their cheaper stuff is just junk. So, which I hate. I wish they would take care with all their products, but like the HOTUS joystick from Thrustmaster is junk. They're absolutely terrible. They get terrible reviews. So I wish M. Patrick was here because he had a link. He sent me a link the other day for the joystick he bought, and it was the Logitech joystick, and it was half off. So if you can get that one, it's great. But yeah, I would say Logitech is the way to go for joysticks. Gwen, are you picking on the Meister? Yeah, so the pumps and hoses, I will definitely be getting it, and I will definitely use it. But I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they'll do a good job. When they did Straw Harvest, they put a lot of detail into it, and it was a great pack, and they gave you your money's worth. I'm not so sure about this one because, like I said, I don't do a lot of slurry, but I am going to start doing slurry on this version. Because of the way everything costs and how slowly you get paid in Farm Sim, slurry is actually becoming much more important because you want to find the cheapest way to do stuff. So okay, so that makes sense then why Thrustmaster is not always great. So this baler is part of that whole Vermeer pack for those of you that are just coming in. It is the new DLC that comes out tonight, or is out already. It's really supposed to be tomorrow, but it's out already. And this is probably, like I said, what we're driving right now, this self-propelled baler is really the star of the show. And I think it's great. Of course, easily impressed, but I am very impressed with this thing, and I like it. And we'll definitely be putting it on at least one of my farms. I wish it wasn't so expensive. It's pretty hefty on the in-game budget at $205,000. It's basically the cost of a tractor and a baler. But it's neat. Yeah, me too. Like I said, the other things we already have in the game, it doesn't really add anything new but some new choices. But this is something new in the game. See, and then if you have one of those Anderson bale picker-uppers like I do back there, you can put those in on this. Makes it easier to pick up, for sure. Yeah. I don't like the way this has no indicator if it goes up or down. You can have it auto unload Red Alpha, but it doesn't. You still have to stop when it fills up. You can't just keep going like the fast bale. It would be nice if you did that. So yeah, I don't. It's not broken though. That's the point, Hillbilly. It's operating the way it's supposed to operate. This unit in real life does not have a non-stop run mode. Okay, have good snuggles, Cameo. We'll see you next time. That's cute. Have they pushed it back to Q4? Well, you know what? If they need to make some changes and make it better, that's a good thing. It seems like it's going to be a good game, but it also seems like it's going to be a pretty kind of empty game. Like it doesn't seem like there's a lot to it. I really like this. I like the fact, see it, you guys see how I'm doing this where I'm putting stuff on the end of the field like that? I really like that. It satisfies my organizational bug. It's gotten better, Instant Mo. I don't know if you've played recently, but that's not true anymore. As long as they use mods that are in the in-game hub, it will automatically download in one fell swoop. So, yeah, as long as they're on Mod Hub, you don't have to download each one separately anymore. You just say, "I'd like to play," and it says, "Would you like to download these mods?" And you say yes. And as long as they're part of the actual like Farm Sim official mods, they download by themselves. The only time you have to do that is if you're using like from modhub.us or some external Farm Sim site. If you're using mods that aren't in the game as part of the Mod Hub. So, hope that makes sense. But, yeah, you don't have to do that anymore. So, that's actually not true. Yeah, it's a big help. But, like I said, a lot of people like to use them from outside, too. So, I mean, it's still an issue if you use out-of-game mods. But as long as you're in-game, you don't. This thing's freaking awesome. Look at this. See, and then, like I said, then you can just use your Anderson trailer and pick them up. Oh. This makes me happy. I wish now they just need to in real life, and I know they don't do this in real life, but they need to make a square baler of one of these. That would be awesome, like a self-propelled square. Pardon me, I don't think they make one, so. Do I still play Alaskan Truck Simulator? I only played it once. It was just a demo. There's really, once you've done the demo, that's all you can do. So So no, I'm waiting for the game to come out. When it comes out, I will be though. We'll definitely do a series on it. It looks like I said, it looks like a decent game. It's not at the level of American Truck Sim, but it's still cool. I still play American Truck Sim. We're actually going to start a new series here soon. Kind of the same idea of what my wife and I are doing with the European Truck series. I'm going to try to do with Micah and JVS. There we go. Yeah, it is. This is a cool idea for sure. Well, as they say, Loki Bird, necessity is the mother of invention. So they had a need, and they figured out how to fulfill that need. Would I go... Wait a minute. Would I go to someone's funeral who didn't go to mine? Well, if I had had a funeral, I don't know how that would be possible because I'm already dead. How can I go to their funeral if I'm dead? Oh, that sucks. Now, Rank, have you played Fishing North Atlantic? And if so, how does that compare to the Deadliest Catch? I play the Fishing North Atlantic game. I haven't played in a while, but I like it actually. So, why is it called? Okay, I'll look that up. I'll look it up. Let me get this bale finished, and then we'll look, because then we're going to do our giveaway here in a couple minutes. So we'll look up why is it called tedding. We'll make one last bale. So I am very happy. Okay, yeah, it's good. Watch my videos on it. It's not great. It's not great, but it is good. It's very grindy, so you have to have something else to do while you play it. I wish they would come out with it on the Switch. I have Fishing Baron C on the Switch, but I hate the fact that you have to freaking wait. You can't just fast forward time. I have. You guys are still trying to get me to play War Thunder. No, I have not, and I never will. No, I've played War Thunder years ago. I didn't like it. I'm a World of Tanks guy or World of Warships. If I'm going to play anything, I'm going to play that game because I have a lot of money invested in it and a lot of like premium stuff invested in that, and I don't have time for another war game. So, all right. So let's get ready for the next giveaway. But first, let's look this up because I think that's a funny question and a good question. Why do we call tedding the grass tedding? Let's see. It means the definition is to shake or loosen the hay. But haymaking, where did the name come from? It is Middle English, or perhaps Old English, teddin. Let's see, tedding, to shredder, spread. Akin to the Old Norse teoja, Old High German zetten, which means to spread or scatter. Zetten, tedden, both Germanic, blah, blah, blah. So they're maybe not sure, but it says from the Old North, tethja, related to Tad or High German zetten. So there you go. So it comes from Middle English. And originally Tedjin, or Tetjin, Tetja, Old Norse. So it's got Old Norse behind it. That's cool. That's actually really kind of cool. So there you go. Tedding is an Old Norse word. Means to scatter or spread. I know I saw the fishing game. Not really my cup of tea, to be honest with you. We'll see. It looks amazing. My son Seth wants to get it, so if he buys it, I'll take a look at it. I need a new joystick. Ugh. Well, Teddy is the guy. Is the guy's name of it, and it kind of comes from the same. Yeah, my bushings are dead on my joystick. You can see that if I let go of the joystick, he keeps walking. Time for a new joystick. Ugh. They last about a year and a half, it seems like. Okay, so if you want a copy, hang on, I got to get this open. Give me a second here. Nightbot giveaways. And we are going to clear. Cancel. And we're going to clear all this out. Actually, if you are interested in winning a copy, why are you guys all marked as ineligible? Hang on a second here. Let me go back and go forward. I'm getting it ready to do the giveaway, so just give me a second here. It should be ready. So if you want a copy of this for free, I got one for you right now. I need you to enter in the word Vermeer, Vermeer, and that will enter you in. Shadow Fox is in. Once again, this is for a PC copy. It will not work on the console, so don't enter if you're console. But if you're PC, now's your chance, and we're going to let you guys start putting it in there, walking forward. Oh, Seabull. Okay. Yeah, that's right, Rank. Okay, cool. Hey, Erroneous Gaming. Welcome. So now's your chance. We're going to let you guys, I'll give you guys about 3 or 4 minutes to enter, and then we'll run it. That's the only thing I don't like about this is it doesn't show you when it's down. They need to fix that. And the cruise control doesn't work if you turn the wheels. That's correct, Santa Fox. This is going to be for the PC version only. I lost on Jeopardy, baby. Ooh. Oh, that's right. That's not the Jeopardy music, is it? do, 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 do. Type Vermeer. A lot less people this time. You guys sure about that? I'm giving you time, as many as can enter. Farm Sim is on console. The giveaway is for the PC version only. Unfortunately, they don't have a way for me to give away copies on the console. So there you go, Rank. Well, that's cool. It's fun. So once again, if you want to enter to win your free copy, it is Vermeer. Vermeer. And that'll get you in the list. Oh, yes. No. Farm Sim is on console. Just the giveaway is not. All right, so we'll drop this bale off. Once again, if you had the patience, you could do this with a baler. There's nothing to stopping you from doing it with a baler. But, oh my gosh, I can't believe you finished Red Dead. That game takes forever. Yes, Xbox Game Pass's code, those codes will not work, unfortunately. Though maybe it would. I don't know. That's an interesting question. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, last call. We have 60 seconds left. If you type in the words Vermeer, you win a chance. Or you get a chance at winning this ultimate DLC for yourself for free. So don't forget. You finished Red Dead in a week? What? How? Just type the word Vermeer and you will have the opportunity to win. And so here we go. I played Red Dead 2. Yeah, it was a great game. I don't know how you beat it in a week. I've played it for months and I'm still not. I mean, like, I probably have 100 hours in that game. But then again, I always end up getting sidetracked and doing silly side stuff because I love it. I like riding around on the horse and just doing things I shouldn't be doing, like robbing people and or helping people that need help. I really like whipping down. Well, I forget the name of the clan is that you're always fighting with, but I like to beat them down. So I always try to get. As soon as I see them hurting somebody, I go after them and myrtleize all of them. So anyway, all right, guys, here we go. So we're gonna in a couple seconds here. I'm gonna roll it. 3, 2, and 1. And tonight's winner, Loki Bird, is the second winner of the giveaway. Congratulations, Loki Bird. I'm going to send you a message right now. I'm going to whisper it to you. The Driscoll clan, that's it. Loki Bird. What's his name? Loki Bird 90. Make sure I get that. There you go. And I'm going to send you a message just to make sure I got you, Loki. Here is the message. Please respond. There you go. So once I got that, hey, Bowtie, good to see you. So congratulations, Loki. We'll be doing more of these giveaways. All right, so that does it. And once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. I probably will replay it on Twitch. I mean on YouTube so that people can see it because I want people to actually. There's Loki Bird. Okay, know that when I say I'll do a giveaway, I mean it. Because sometimes people say that just to get viewers. And oh, that sucks, Tayloa. All right, simply open. Yep, screw. I know they're so bad about giving notifications. I'll be back on again. So my pleasure, Loki Bird. You are welcome. And so anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this stream. I definitely had fun making it. And like I said, I'll post this to the YouTube channel also. But we had fun tonight. And like I said, I'm not sure when I'll be streaming again. But like my wife said, she's like, you should do it more. So, yeah, it actually comes out today, Tayloa. You should be able to go buy it right now and use it. So people have been trying it, and it's working. So baby is due like this week, next week. So we're almost there. So anyway, I will let you guys know probably via Facebook when I'm going to be streaming again. Yeah, you'll get it then, Tayloa, if you've already got the stream, if you already got the pass. So you should already have it then. So thank you so much, guys. And like I said, if I can, maybe I'll try to do once a week streams. Maybe Monday nights will be stream night or something. So we'll have to see. But I do want to come back. I miss you guys. I really do. It sucks. So at least maybe that's a way we can connect. So let me think about it. But it might be like a Monday or Wednesday or something. If we do one night a week, at least that way I can connect with everybody and say hi and catch up with you guys all. So, yeah, maybe we could do like a weekly farm or something like that. Let me think it over and talk with my wife, and we'll figure something out. I love you guys. We will see you next time, and maybe let's look for next Monday. I'll make a promise. We'll do something Monday. Love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.